Okay, let's take now the results of the India Today Group C Voter Opinion Poll and put those questions to my guest. I'll start with Veer Sanghvi on whether Rahul deserved to be projected as the Congress's Prime Ministerial face. 50% say yes. Even if you go down the list of questions, Rahul seems to get favorable responses. People think he's more savvy than Priyanka Gandhi. People are also saying that he will help fight off anti-incumbency. So Rahul is not getting too many negative responses. If at all, he's actually managed to register a rather positive response, sir.
Yeah, I think that surprises me because generally if you follow the commentary in the media, you'd imagine he was doing very badly and people thought he was a joke or they hated him. What these polls suggest is that people do take him seriously. And I think the impact of today's speech sinks in. People will perhaps take him even more seriously. Coming back, I think, to the point you made about Kejriwal and whether he's trying to be Kejriwal, just a quick intervention. I don't think he's trying to be Kejriwal, but I think the election results presumably served as a wake-up call. We said on the election program when those results came in that Kejriwal has achieved in a matter of months what Rajiv Gandhi's talked about in 10 years and done nothing about. I think he's now trying very hard to make up for lost time because Kejriwal has shown it can be done.
Sachin Pilot, you can't run away from this question because he's been part of the system for the last 11 years now. These are things he's been talking about, but he hasn't been able to do. Suddenly, one fine day, we see Rahul Gandhi push all of what he's been speaking about, but unable to do for the last decade. This has to be because of the fact that Kejriwal showed the way. A lot of what he's saying today, we'll have primaries, we'll have 15 Lok Sabha seats where the workers on the ground will decide. All of this is what Kejriwal did during the Delhi Assembly elections, and now Rahul seems to be in a hurry to try and get it done.
Let me correct you, Rahul. First of all, Mr. Arvind Kejriwal and his party did not ask the people of Delhi who should be their MLA candidates. They put up people, and even today, most of the MLAs, no one knows how they got elected. They voted for the symbol and for the agitation that Mr. Kejriwal and his colleagues put together in Delhi. Second of all, without meaning any disrespect to an elected chief minister of the state like Mr. Kejriwal is, I think to say that someone wants to be like Mr. Kejriwal, I think is a bit of an over-exaggeration, and to my mind, no political leader who has a long-term vision on governance, etc., will try and do the things that Mr. Kejriwal is trying to do in Delhi. Yes, the knee-jerk reaction, the negativity around some very unfortunate instances in Delhi, made the situation go the way it has. But Mr. Gandhi's vision, I think, has been there for years. Why are you saying today? He has been trying to have elections in Youth Congress, 7 years ago. He's tried to democratize the student wing of the party, and now he's saying that we must take it to a larger scale. The Congress party is the biggest party in the country. Unlike the BJP, which is not there in 1/3 of the nation, the Congress is in there in every panchayat, every taluka. To try and maneuver that party to a more flexible sort of structure takes time, and it has to take everybody on board. So getting the old and the young, the urban and the rural people together, this is a humongous task, and mind you, nobody else except Mr. Gandhi could have actually achieved that. So today he's embarked upon a fresh journey where he says that we must win the polls and defeat the powers of this country which are politically trying to divide this nation, and we must vote for people.
We'll come to what he said about the opposition in just a moment, but I'm sticking to that Kejriwal question, and I want to put it to Atishi Marlena, because in Rahul's defense, it can be said that it's easier for Kejriwal to get things done because he has a brand new slate to write on. Rahul Gandhi has a 125-year baggage that he's inherited. He's got the right intent. He's been pushing towards this. He's now introduced the concept of primaries in the main body of the Congress, but he's done it in the Youth Congress earlier. So you can't say he's aping Kejriwal. In fact, if at all, it's Kejriwal who's copying Rahul's lines. That's what the Congress is arguing.
Well, I think let the Congress say what it can. I think the people of the country really know what's going on. Why is it that someone like Rahul Gandhi has been talking about these things, but they've never happened? How is it that the Aam Aadmi or the ordinary Congress worker is all of a sudden back in the center stage of political discourse? Why is it that the Aam Aadmi and his issues are once again being talked about? The reason is obviously very clear. The results of the Delhi election have shown that the Indian democracy had been ignoring the common people for so long. Their issues were not talked about. Election campaigns, the era of door-to-door campaigns was over 20 years back. Similarly, the issues that the Aam Aadmi Party had raised were not glamorous issues. These were issues of bijli, of pani, of health, education and electricity. But why is it that they resonated with the people of the city?
Take two questions. I want to put them on our screen right now. One on, has Kejriwal overtaken Rahul as Modi's main adversary in 2014? And 53% of the respondents say that Kejriwal is now Modi's main adversary and not Rahul Gandhi. Take a look again at the next question. Has Rahul joined the fight against corruption too late? 64% saying that he's joined the fight against corruption too late. Chetan Bhagat, Sachin Pilot denies it, but is this fair criticism that while he's now pushing the right buttons, for a long period he was in slumber, he had the right intent but didn't act on it, and therefore now people feel that he's now entering some of these battles when it's already too late. Chetan Bhagat.
Yes, I agree that he is entering late, but I think, Rahul, there is an opportunity for him. What has also happened, and I think that is why his speech has been so well received, is that we are seeing a decline of AAP. There has been some missteps by them, and whether they bounce back or not, that's almost a separate debate. But I think there is a void created by a decline in AAP. There was all this support for AAP, and there is a sense of despair around AAP. And now in this comes a reasonably good speech, and all of a sudden there is some hope back. And I call these people the AAP refugees who Rahul can now take back. For example, if this same exact speech was done on the day Kejriwal took oath in Delhi, or the very next day, do you think it would have had the same impact when there was such a AAP euphoria? Not at all. So I think we are also seeing that people are seeing AAP disappointing them. AAP who criticize the Congress so much, AAP who said Congress is evil.
And we've been debating AAP, but I want to keep Rahul on center.
And I think
Rahul
is getting, in some ways, yeah, in some ways the timing of Rahul is not bad at all, because he's coming at a time where you're seeing AAP making missteps, and Rahul comes, and I think Rahul is a little stronger now because he's seen the results. It's not like Rahul is all powerful in his party. He has to sometimes publicly tell people to take on the Adarsh report or remove the ordinance or whatever. I think after this election, he's become more aggressive. He's able to tell the seniors in his party, his uncles, maybe some of them, that listen, things need to change around here. Okay. And we've seen it, what will happen. So I think you are seeing the real Rahul come out because of, in some ways, the election results. But this is more the real Rahul, I feel. Although I feel Sachin may be able to tell us better.